Hey, it's time to dish with D. That's me. Thank you for clicking on this video and making yourself a priority. I am Denise. I feel like I say that too fast, so I'm trying to slow it down. It is Saturday, and Saturday on this channel is my weekly weigh-in and the Weight Watchers weekly meeting topic du jour. Every week, Weight Watchers puts out a weekly meeting topic at their in-person meetings. Now they do it for the most part, on their Zoom workshops. So if you are a Weight Watchers member, it has meetings. You either attend or you do them on Zoom. This is the meeting topic that they talk about for this week. And if you are online only, you don't get to go. But I bring it to you, for you. It's always in your app. So it's always, there for you if you ever want to read it. If you need to know where it is, let me know. And I could, in case you may, maybe you want to read it. I don't know. But it's there for you for the reading. You just don't get it like interpreted. And granted, I'm giving you my version. I do read it verbatim from here, and then I give you my version of the topic. And things I would tweak as a lifetime member, being on Weight Watchers since 2013, 14, off and on pretty much. On, more than off, actually. Yes, I am currently over goal, 10 pounds over goal. I'm getting there. I'm not going to stop till I get to goal. It'll drive me nuts, but it is what it is. So, how did you and Timmy do this week? Because Timmy did phone in, because I always forget. He's good at telling me, so that's good. So let's start off with me. I was up 0.8, I think it was. And honestly, it really, yes, I was on track since Monday when I came back, but you know what? You just don't know. And again, could be a fluctuation. It could be what the scale says today. I don't put much, it is what it is. I don't get crazy over it. I had a great week since Monday. So I'm happy with that, honestly. I'm not going to still go, oh my God, I deserve more. And I thought whining never helps anybody. And what are you going to do? Whining isn't going to change what is. That's what the scale said when I got on today. Now, here's what I done did. I wind up switching over to the Weight Watchers Bluetooth scale. I did tell you that it weighs me a pound more, and I've been hesitant to do that because it's annoying. It's bad enough, we have these pounds to lose. We don't need to add a different scale's poundages on there. So I've had this scale since June, July, and I'm like, Denise, you're already at 0.8. What's another pound? That's how I looked at it. I thought, I didn't really up that other pound. It's just going to say I am. But it's going to show a loss next week if I lose. So it's time to bite the bullet. And I did. So I Bluetoothed my scale that Weight Watchers sent me for the summer challenge onto my app. So now I just have to get on the scale and it Bluetooths it right there. So yeah, so my app says I'm up 1.8. You know what? Up is up, no matter what you're up. 0.2, 0.8, it's all going to come out in the wash. Why I did this week also, I'm in a good place. I'm in a really good place. So even though I'm up 0.8, I'm still mentally in a good place. So I thought this is the time to do it. So I bit the bullet and I did it. So so now I'm up 1.8. Different scale, I'm fine. I'm fine. We're going to move on. Let's get to Timmy. Timmy messaged me, Mom, I'm down 2.4. Good for him with a total of 8.2. I was like, wow. I said, how do you feel? I want to tell you his response because what he said was key. I'm like, he's getting this right now. I hope it stays in that brain of his. With boys, it kind of, But I thought this might help somebody else because I thought what he said was like, it took me years to figure this out. But this is what he said. I said, how do you feel about it? He goes, very good. I like the routine I have made. The key is to keep it consistent. Even if it isn't perfect, I've learned better to hold on to one portion and stick with the dessert plan you set up. I also do regular exercises. It's a balance of both. What? I'm like going right there. That is exactly what we need to strive for. That statement was everything. I had to read it twice. I'm like, and he said, he continued, if I want to eat more, I'll eat get a little more meat protein or just do a bowl of fruit. Didn't say vegetables. He's usually my veggie eater. I'm surprised he didn't say. He doesn't like salad. Give him a bowl of cooked broccoli, he'll eat it. He's not a big, only salad he likes is Caesar, which I said to him is fine. Honestly, I'm not going to quibble over Parmesan cheese, dressing, and croutons. It's salad. And that's really, romaine's a better lettuce anyway than probably iceberg for him. It's a little bit more nutrient. The iceberg has its points, but I feel romaine, so when he says to me, I said, have Caesar. Have salad. I don't care what's in it. But I always tell him to get the dressing on the side if he can, so he can put a little bit less in. But that's exactly I didn't expect this kind of answer so early, but he's getting it because he's seeing results and he's eating. And I think he sees that. He could be eating way less, but I gave him, if he kept up with his routine, his fitness routine that he set up for himself, that he could eat like that. And so that's the key, if I worked out more, I could eat more. I keep reminding myself that. Janice, if you want to eat more, you just need to work out more. That is key for a lot of people who work out. Like my son Peter, he goes to the gym. He eats a crap ton. Yes, he's younger before you say it, I know. But he's also, when you burn more, you could eat more. You have to. You have to eat more when you burn more. But yeah, so that was wonderful. So good job, Tim. 2.48, almost 10 pounds down. I should make him a little ribbon for when he's 10 pounds down. Something maybe I'll make him a little thing he can hang up in his room. Probably won't do it. But yay, Tim. All right, let's get to the meeting topic. It has cute little building blocks. But I may put them on my thumbnail. They're adorable. How to build a meal that keeps you strong and energized. Beth Jane's real popular these days. Lifting weights isn't the only way to focus on strength. What you eat plays a role too. Map out your meals ahead to make sure you're getting the right mix of nutrients. Absolutely. And if you're working out, you need to eat. Try this. Step 1, outline your day or week of eating. Decide when and where you'll eat and how many points you'll use. Step 2, start with the protein base. For each meal, choose a 0 point or low point foods like chicken or turkey breast, pork tenderloin, non-fat Greek yogurt, salmon, or other oily fishes. I guess the oily fishes to me are higher in calories, but they also have vitamin D to help you with calcium and absorption. And pork tenderloin is only 2 points for 3 ounces. Honestly, sometimes it's pork tenderloin. Now, not a pork butt or a pork shoulder. They're a little bit more fatty, but the loin and the tenderloin are very lean cuts of meat. So they are the pork you should be gravitating. Even pork chops are fine, I think. There's 24 grams of protein in 3 ounces of chicken and turkey. I've realized that. How did I realize that? Because the Healthy app tells me that. Well, Weight Watchers does too, but you got to look for it. Where Healthy, it just pops it right out. Yeah, when you're eating chicken and turkey, you're getting 25 grams of protein in that serving. Tuna, a can of tuna is about that amount of protein. So if you want to be protein forward, you have to focus on those, chicken, lean turkey, tuna, fish. Those things, non-fat Greek yogurt, are very, very high in protein. I don't know what the pork is, but it's pretty good in points, I think, personally. Step 3, add fruits, veggies, and or grains. Try to work in produce that delivers extra calcium like kale and broccoli. Now, I took a class on nutrition. But it said your plate, especially dinner, should be half, 50% fruits and vegetables. 25% grain and 25% protein. Now, some people will say, it should be 50% protein. I'm not a believer in all that protein because I don't know if we can maintain that amount of protein or we can afford that amount of protein. I think protein goals should be around 80 to 100 is a good number for most people. It's a maintainable number. If you're heading over that, you're buying supplements. You have to. There's no way to eat that much. You won't be able to eat that much. You're buying protein drinks and protein powders and protein bars to get those amount of protein. I mean, there's protein in a lot of things. There's not as much protein as we think in things. Like, you think eggs are like ridiculously high in protein, and they're not. They have a good amount, but they're not ridiculously high. But grains, good healthy grains like quinoa. Quinoa is such a good superfood. I love it. It's kind of got like a ricey kind of consistency, and there's protein in quinoa. Not a whole heck of a lot, but there is some, so which is, you know, a good thing. I think there's more protein in quinoa than there is in rice, but it's just a good grain, and there's so many good grains, like even corn, which I put corn in the grain category, like not having a crap ton, but never sitting down, I'm never going to eat corn because of the sugar content. You can have a serving of corn. And kale, oh my god, I made a stir fry, which hopefully you will see in tomorrow's video. I'm supposed to have 3 budget-friendly fall dinners. Hopefully I get all the footage together, we'll see. I made a kale and squash stew. I don't know what else to call it, but it reminded me of a stew. It was really good. I threw some chicken sausage in there. It was great, and it had such good nutrients in there that, you know, what we need. So we need to focus more on getting better, you know, like things like kale, spinach. I mean, again, why I drink greens, because I don't eat enough of those, and I know that. And sometimes it's hard to find. They're sometimes ridiculously expensive. So yeah, I kind of get that. And that's why I do take a green supplement, because I want to make sure that my body is getting those nutrients from those greens. People ask me, why do you take a green supplement? Because I feel like I need it. I think that's one good thing I could do for myself every day, is take a green supplement. And, you know, I take one from Motivate. If you're interested, there's a link down below for 20% off. Again, whatever greens you choose to eat. I know you can get bloom greens at, Target now. They're in store. So if you didn't know that, Bloom has a really good tasting green as well. Step 4, finalize your plans. Think about what sauces or dressings you'll use and how you'll prepare your meal. So it's basically, you got to put your meal, you're building it. So the first thing we do is we pick a protein. Then we pick a vegetable. Well, first you have an idea. Yeah, I skipped the one step. First, you get an idea. That's what I did. Now, if you watched my vlog on Thursday, I went to the produce stand and I picked up butternut squash and I picked up some fresh kale. And we really discussed it on the way home, and I outlined what I wanted to do with it. And I was just processing it. I had a couple different ideas what I wanted to do, but and that's what you need to do. Like, what could you do with this vegetable? And I knew I wanted a sausage, whether it was pork sausage or chicken sausage. I had both. I did go with the chicken sausage. And then I picked, you know, I wanted kale in there. I wanted some onions, of course, because, you know, everything has to have onions. And I wanted a broth in there. And you will find, I don't like when they use the words, I didn't have a grain. That was the one thing I wished I was kind of back and forth. I think quinoa would have gone really good as a base for that. I didn't want rice, but I could have made quinoa, but I think I ran out of time. But that would have been nice in there. I had a quinoa soup from Amy's Organic, I think it was called. I've never had a quinoa in soup, and let me tell you something. It was delightful. So I don't think I have enough leftovers of that stew to make some quinoa. I know there's a little portion left, but my next soup is going to have quinoa and kale in it. I just thought that's what was in there. Like, I think it's sweet potatoes. Like I said, you just sit there and put all the things you love into one pot. Usually it always comes out in a stew or a soup. You can get away with a stew or a soup. Finalize your, see, the sauce, more like dressings. Like, what can you do to enhance it? That's where a lot of points go. And sometimes, you know, like I said, I'm more of a brothy type girl. Chicken stock, usually, spices, fresh herbs, rather than any kind of a sauce. Dressings, not always. I mean, I'm a big G. Hughes gal. I'm a big mustard gal. Something that's 1 to 2 points I want to give for that, because, you know, this is most times the end of the day. I don't have too many points. I haven't starved all day to save for dinner, so I have to work out my budget. Has to include a lot of those things. Let's dive a little deeper so we can see it. One not so fun fact about weight loss: along with fat, most people lose some lean mass too. Everything in your body isn't fat, including muscle and bone. It is normal, but losing too much could increase the risk of injuries, zap energy, and slow metabolism over time. That's where protein, calcium, vitamin D come in. All three help protect lean mass. That's a good idea. See, I'm going to be honest with you. Calcium is something I don't eat a lot of, and vitamin D, because my vitamin D was low. So I think we're going to make a conscious effort. I'm all good on the protein. I think we're going to do something with calcium and vitamin D. We will. Protein. Research shows higher protein intake helps prevent muscle and promotes more weight loss journey. Protein also contributes to bone health, but keep it realistic. I hear people with the goals that are really high, and like I said, you can do 150 grams of protein, but how long can you consistently do it? Like Timmy said, I just don't know if I want to keep buying protein supplements forever to keep up an unrealistic protein goal for myself. Calcium and vitamin D. On its own, calcium is known for maintaining and fortifying bones, but it seems even harder when paired with vitamin D, which helps better body absorption and hold on to calcium. Foods like sardines. My boys love sardines. Milk, cheese, and certain cereals contain both. Yeah, I don't have regular milk enough. And I'm getting better with the cheese. I have brought cheese back into my life. Does this mean you can forget all about other nutrients, or that you need to stock up on protein shakes and supplements? Of course not. Just be mindful to incorporate the above trio into your meals. And meat and dairy aren't the only foods that can make that happen. Other foods like tofu, lentils, grains, and some produce can contain protein, calcium, and vitamin D. Absolutely. I would Google foods high in calcium other than milk, which is mostly your dairy, of course. But there's got to be other things that are higher in calcium and vitamin D. So I am going to make putting that out here, my conscious effort. Is going to be looking up calcium and vitamin D. I'm good on the protein. I mean, it can always use work, but it's not as much as my calcium and vitamin D do. So let's do that together. What do you say? You in with me on that one? 3 fast facts. Eating foods rich in protein, calcium, and vitamin D can help maintain muscle and bone strength while losing weight. Number 2, protein helps you stay fuller longer and can support weight loss. That's true. It is true. Like I said, I just don't want people to lose their life savings by buying all these protein supplements over the months, because they're not cheap. I mean, a can of protein powder costs close to $50 for a good one. I mean, you can get the ones, anywhere, but they're not good. And if they're not good, you're not going to drink them. Let's face that. You're not. I mean, it has to be good. So I just, like I said, the turkey was an eye-opener for me. I don't think I ever noticed the protein in turkey. That's why I started buying a turkey tenderloin and or a turkey breast. It's not really tenderloin, it's a turkey breast. It looks like a tenderloin. And roasting it and just slicing it down for lunches all week. 4 ounces has close to 30 grams of protein. And you've cooked it and you have it. You could make it for all kinds of meals. Planning meals allows you to make more intentional choices and ensure you get the nutrients needed to keep your body strong. If you're planning your nutrients, and you are making a conscious effort to get this, and that in. But my conscious, not even planning it, we need to research it. So that is your job this week, to research what you want to focus on. I mean, I'm looking more at vitamin D and calcium right now, because I think my protein is decent. I don't need to worry about that right now, but I need to definitely look at calcium-rich foods and vitamin D, because like I said, my vitamin D was low last year, so I'm sure it's not much better. And I don't get out in the sun enough, and you'd think with my nice suntan, I would, nope, with getting out with that dog. So that is your job as well. So let me know how you did this week. Was it good? Was it bad? Was it okay? Are you happy with this week? Let me know what went right. Sometimes things do, sometimes they don't. It is what it is some weeks. But how did you do this week? Let me know in the comment section below. So that is it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's an interesting one. It's building blocks. You have to definitely think. And I say this all the time. I'm going to get asked, Denise, what are the calcium-rich foods you found? Instead of, if you're interested, looking them up for yourself. Sometimes when you research and you learn, it becomes part of you, and you get to goal. That's how you get there, by working towards it. Not by, yes, we need to ask for help, but we, sometimes we have to walk on our own. And I want you all to do that, because I may never be here. Look at it. Someday YouTube might piddle out. You never know. What if the internet goes down? And we're at world wars here. You never know. Then what are you going to do? You need to be able to stand on your own 2 feet and figure things out. I'm here to give you and guide you. But my job is to get you to walk. It's like, we want our kids when they're babies to crawl, and then we hold them up to walk, but we want them to walk on their own 2 feet. And that's what I want for you, to walk on your own 2 feet. So that is it for me. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, join us here at Dish with D for realistic weight loss, healthy lifestyle chat. That's what this channel is. And if you're interested in joining us here at Dish with D, hit that subscribe button. Join us here. Be part of our community of realistic, one-to-one, healthy lifestyle, weight loss chit-chat. I hope to get that video out tomorrow. I hope I can find all the footage. I have 3. It's all over the phone. I've been filming it for months. I've had one. So we'll see how interesting it looks. I haven't looked back at it. It may be a little bit disconnected. But if it is, I will definitely try to fill in the blanks if I can. So I will dish with you another day. Have a great rest of your day.